Hello everybody, this is another live stream today, and I'm checking here if everything works, if you can hear my voice, and hopefully a few people will join in the chat. And it's about Predator2, and we have some new presets for Predator2, and I'm just playing one of it now. It's in total, if I'm not wrong, it's over 50 presets, and this is one of them, which is the preset which you will find in the O3 bank if you would copy over the presets, but that I will explain in a second. It's called Devolver JoMal. Just listen to this one. Okay, so what did I do today? We of course are very busy with our new product, which will be released very soon. And but what I did today is, and then I can show you. Okay, if you go to the home page, see that you can see it, guys. Okay, if you go to the home page, you can go up here, and then we have sound sets, and then you get early bird presets. And early bird presets are presets which we have already, but which are not inside the latest installer. So once we update a product to fix some bugs or other stuff, or because we add new presets, then of course we have these new presets in the factory set, but we mostly have them a bit earlier. So therefore we call this page early bird presets, and you can see that we have some presets for Go2, and now I also added today the presets for Predator2. And if you see here, you can download the presets in the regular Predator2 format, and then I mention here where you can copy over this preset and how you do this. Then we have also for the Anchor S users, we have the Anchor S presets which they can copy over. Of course, the new presets don't have a preview audition. That will happen once these presets are inside the in the next version, in the update. Once these presets, for instance with Predator2, are in the factory patches, it will disappear from here, and then people will get these presets when they run again the latest installer. So to locate these presets, I have also here an image. So if you click here on download, then you see this list, and you can open that, and then you can find which are the new presets, because 44 new presets are in the bank 03 of JoMal, and of course this bank already has other presets. So for the right location, click down here on download, and then you can download an image which shows the names of the new presets. So again, up here in Soundset Early Birds, you will find early presets from Predator2, and a few weeks ago we had the some new presets for Go2 from Vitaly, which you also can download. Okay, now back to Predator2, and I can close this now. You see I have this list, and what I did is in the bank manager I clicked very fast all the presets which are new so that I could play them. And the first one I'm playing now is this Devolver preset, and if I go here, you see the XY is used. But also it uses chord memory. If you see here, chord is active, it's on 3. So if I hit one note, 3 notes are playing. And in this menu, which is the advanced chord, you can see how the chord is tuned. So you have the main root note is of course wise to keep that the same to 0. Then it has -16 semitones detuning downwards for the second voice, and the third voice is 32 pitch up semitones. So let me show you. So if I put it off, This is the original preset. So with the chord 3, it really adds a nice and you see here the chord has a strumming, and the strumming is even sync. So if you always look up here in Predator2, there you see this readout. You see the readout, and when I go over this strumming parameter in the upper part, you can see that the strumming is MIDI time based, set to a half quarter beat. And if you look at the XY, you also see when I hit one note that 3 notes are playing. So if you have this type of sounds, don't play again chords, because then of course the CPU will go higher, but then you also miss the point about this preset. This is really a preset where you play just a few notes. I'm gonna see, I see a few more people diving now into the chat room. Hello everybody, and I'm just playing the new presets from JoMal. In case you missed it, that you can also download this presets. I will tell it later on in the video again for the people who missed the start of the video. So when I go to the Bank Manager, I can see this is also a new one. Let's see which preset. Let's see. So also here the chord memory is used, you see chord, and this idea from chord is essentially, if you had this older analog synthesizer, my Jupiter 8 doesn't have it, but I think one of the Poly 6 maybe, or the Oberheim stuff, they had chord memory. So if you press chord memory, you play the chord and it could memorize the chord you play. Of course, when you shut down the machine, this whole memory of the chord was gone. So this I introduced in our synthesizers already many years ago, and in Predator1 it already was the case that we had it. The only difference now in Predator2 is that you have here the chord where you set the amount of chord. In this case it's 2, and then you have in this advanced chord page, so next to the Q, this advanced chord, you can detune and semi the notes. So instead of playing the chord yourself, you simply build it up like this. So let's show it using this system. This is a pad. So I could say, okay, let's make a chord of 4. And you see here the second note. So minus 12 semi, 14 plus. So now when I hit one note, it plays for you 4 notes. So sometimes I get an email and say, oh, it hits a lot of CPU, and I ask which preset is it, and then most of the time is it a chord memory preset, for instance in Predator2 or in Bluetooth. And if because the chord, it plays for you the notes, so I only have to use one. Of course, I could play multiple notes, but then the CPU goes up. So, and the other thing which is also cool inside Predator2 is that the notes, you have the tuning here that I can say, okay, let's do some panning. So I could. So this is another preset from JoMal. Okay, let's see. He has quite some pads in this new one. It's more a big pad type of sound. Okay, so I switch each time over to the manager and then to the. Here you see again, it's more an FX sound. It's really cool if you're doing some music for games or music for a score. And you see here, he uses even 7 notes and with a bit of strumming. So this is more an FX sound. Then we have this one, Borealis. Also using a chord. See it here. And also strum. So here I can change the strumming. Some very useful sounds. Then you got a more regular synth lead sound. A bit dirty. Okay, so let's go to another one. This one. Oh no, that's not, that's... So it's a lead sound. So here are a few lead sounds, also some arpeggiator sounds, and you see here some extension use of the FX, and also even a compressor is used inside this one on FX3. Another nice pad sound, Chrysalis. So also here you see chord is used. So here you see chord 2 in 2 notes is used. I go to the advanced chord panel and you see the first note is the root key and the second one is 7th semi. So I could say, okay, let's make this octave or go down. Different panning. So now I messed up a bit this preset, so that's always cool. You go up here, you see the edit button is red. Okay, you don't see it because I'm having the keyboard in the screen, but up here it's edit, and I click original, then is again this original sound. So for the ones who joined later on, I'm playing a few of these new presets from JoMal, and the fact is I have this list of what is new, and I show later on in the video again where you can download these new presets, because normally you get new presets in an update, but sometimes it takes a bit of time before the update is released. So we created a special page where you can download already today these new presets. So let's go to continue and to show some presets. So they are inside the 30 JoMal 03 bank. 1 second. I had to sneeze. Okay, so this one I had also in the start. Definitely one of my favorites. We are of course very proud that JoMal is working for us, and he's doing some great presets for the raw Papen brand, and he loves the raw Papen brand because he has a lot of features. That's what he told me. He says, I don't get bored with the raw Papen products because there's always something to discover. It's a saturated sound. Okay, another one. Oh, I need to play that one a bit higher. So always fun if you use the modulation wheel with JoMal. Let's say 99% of the cases something changes. Yeah, somebody in the chat is saying Predator2 is a sound chameleon. Yeah, definitely. That's totally right. It's very versatile. It's an amazing machine, and it will take some time before we get bored with this machine. Let's see what this preset is. Face Off Sequence by JoMal. That's cool about the arpeggiator. It's called arpeggiator, but you see here it is in sequence mode. Then it is essentially a monophonic sequence, because with arpeggiator, if you play more notes, it arpeggiates these notes. But if I play now, it's just like a sequence. It's just one note. And of course, we have also sequence reset, which means that if you play another note, it resets and goes back to step one. And it was originally sequence. And you see here is the tuning. There you can change the melody. And it's always fun to put off stuff. So it's also very good bass. The presets are also very good bass if you make music, and just as a starting point, just make some variations in the sequencer, for instance. Okay, let's go. Final scene. Well, let's play this one. This one is very cool. So it's called Final Scene. What I like about it, if you play and you open the modulation wheel, it gets a bit distant. Absolutely fantastic material by JoMal, and he uses, you can hear it maybe a bit, the stereo delay has a bit of a modulation, so it's a bit whirly in the and of course if you would combine this preset together in Prisma with another layer with, for instance, Bluetooth, you get really some very cool stuff. Okay, so Final Scenes, fantastic, great stuff, JoMal. Okay, let's see Fracos. Let's see what this one is. This sounds like a bell tone on Monday morning. More synth sound. Just going from one to another. Some AVIC sounds, which often can be handy. It depends on your type of music you make, but FX sounds always can be handy to have. Your keyboard windows, yeah, it's somebody mentions that the keyboard window is freezing sometimes. Yeah, the biggest freeze problem I have is Windows 10. It's very nasty currently, and I don't know what is causing it. So indeed, sometimes you see my hands and sometimes it's gone. Yeah, what it did is Logitech has their own drivers, but I did run an update, and then Microsoft threw out the Logitech original drivers and used their own. That kind of stuff is happening with Windows 10. So okay, let's continue with more presets. It's a bit distorted. Keith Richard lead with a bit of distortion. I think that's the thing. Okay, let's go to the next one. Sequence sound, nice. Okay, there we go here. It's a bass. Okay, next preset, Moments of JoMal. I think that was a nice one too. So you can hear it's again using the chord memory, and ooh, quite a lot, 7 chords. So if I hit one note, it played for me 7 notes. Great sound. So if I shut down now the chord, let's see. That's the original sound, so you really can see that the chord memory, this chord feature with strumming and synchronizing it, and that you can tune it and even pan it, is really a sound tool. Yes, very great preset. And this is a Morning Pad by JoMal. Let's play it. I don't know, cannot recall this one. Yeah, you see in this one the XY moving, but also the arpeggiator is running. I don't think that he uses it, but it's in modulation mode. And modulation mode means that you can use the arpeggiator just like an LFO for modulation. So I could, for instance, do a bit of changes here with the velocity and then connect that one. Let's see if it works here. Now I need to use the modulation matrix. Then I say sequencer, velocity, connect that one to the filter 1 frequency, and let's see what happens. You see now the velocity controls the cutoff frequency. So when I put this off, so this is also a third feature which we have with the arpeggiator. So you can use it as a classic arpeggiator, use it as a sequencer, but also as a modulation source. Oh, it's very modular, this machine. Okay. Now you don't see my modulation wheel moving, but this is called MV talker. So the modulation wheel makes this lead talk. Okay, so let's see what is more. It's also lead. It's kind of synth sound. And as always, you need to try it out. If you have a beat, you always need to try it out if a sequence fits and tweak around. It's a nice preset. One finger chord up. That's of course the case. Also, the arpeggiator can be used in chord mode. This means that if you play a chord, it doesn't arpeggiate the normal way, so C, E, G for instance, but then it triggers this chord. And if you have then chord memory active, which is you see here, and so it already plays a chord, and then you can combine it together with the sequencer. See if that fits in. And if you think, okay, this is a nice sound, but I don't need this chord, you put it off and then you play yourself the chord. See that here? Okay, so now next to the next preset, one finger compressor chord. Also chord memory used. And the chord is here 3. You see 7 semitones detuned and 15 semitones. So essentially it's like this. Okay, let's go to the next preset. This one I did not like that much. It's an E piano, but very weird E piano. Not my taste, but it's a very powerful sequencer, arpeggiator. You can hear kind of an accent. Okay, so these are already some sequencer programs. It's more an effects sound. Still, it's MIDI time. Sequencer. And the changes to the sound are done by the XY pad. Let's see where it is addressed. You see it's addressed to the filter, resonance, and the symmetry of oscillator 1 and symmetry of oscillator 3. So it makes continuously the sound change. And if you think, okay, I want to change do the change myself, you go to live mode, and then you simply use the mouse to do this yourself. So that is this preset. Then we go to sound effects. So all kind of sounds on board, and yeah, as mentioned, these are the 44 new ones which you can find in this O3 bank. I will show you how you can download them a bit later on. So we had in this bank, my favorites were, where is it again? Let's see. This Devolver one. And this one you really need to play with one note to let it really open and give it its space. That one was one of my favorites, but I had other ones. Moments, yeah, that was also a very nice one. Play that again. Okay, that was a cool one. Yeah, I should notice many great ones. There was another pad sound which I liked a lot. No, it was not this one. Oh, was it Moments? No, I just had that one. Yeah. Also not that one. Let's see if I can find it. Otherwise we go to the next bank. No. Of course I did click every preset now, which are the new ones. That's annoying. Okay. Okay, what I could do is set to search categories, only take the pads. Let's see. Then I only have the pads which are inside of up here, search category pads, and then you see the slider because it shows all the pads which are inside Predator2, but when you see this red background, it's in the current bank 3. So I'm looking for this preset which has this I think this is already inside Predator. I think it was final scene. So let's go back to the preset manager. Yeah, that's the one. Sorry for the delay. So this is final scene JoMal. That's the one which had this nice thing. If you open the modulation wheel, it goes a bit more darker and in the background. So this from the 03 bank, and then there are new ones in the 04 bank. So in the 04 bank are 31 now, sorry, 13 new presets also, because the 03 bank is full, and then the 04 bank starts to get full, of course, also over time. sound effect. It's of course a sound effect, but also these are needed in for people, producers who do all kind of audiovisual work. This is a nice one. Also here you see the chord is used for. So if I put it off, you have this sound, which is also nice. And then using the chord, it plays for you this typical thing. 7, 14 and 23. And I could pan them, so the second note, left, right. Let's see what happens. Okay, so let's see in the chat. Somebody is asking here for hip hop. Yeah, I will show a few presets also from the hip hop bank. It's the original Predator is very popular also in that genre. And somebody asks, can I upgrade from Go2 to Explorer 4? Yeah, sure, that is possible. And it's now October 2015. And if you upgrade now, you also have a free upgrade to Explorer 5. So just send us an email on the homepage, and we can send you an offer on that subject. And Explorer 5 is on its way, maybe next week, but could be a few days later. There's of course now already the Go2, which is part of the Explorer 5. Okay, the stream is offline. So, okay, so I'm sorry guys, the streaming went offline for some reason. Maybe a media problem. Yeah, somebody just mentioned for ambient music, down tempo, Predator2 is great, Blue 2 is also great, both are great. And yeah, it's very and the cool thing is, if you either with both of them, you can have some great pads if you're using the Prisma. The only disadvantage with Prisma is if you go to the next preset, it takes a bit of time to load in the preset, because it's a bit like a sampler. It needs to load in the data from the plugins and that kind of stuff. But of course, I mean, if I may have a little switch and go to the ambient bank here, for instance, if you have this mellow carpet, that's absolutely also great as a pad sound. And you could make it even more spacey. You increase the attack time and the release time, and you get very slow. And this you could combine, for instance, in Prisma with this other preset which I played from JoMal. Maybe I should do it a bit later on today. So if I go to JoMal 3 again, and you had this final scene. So, I mean, both are great for ambient stuff. So I was on this JoMal 04 bank and played this few more of these sounds. it's an organ. Okay, if you need an organ, you also can use Predator2. Say sequence sound. Also in this pad sound, the chord memory is again used. Really makes a nice ambient sound. This is like an Asian sound, the ancients here. More lead sound. Okay, and let's see. Triller. This is the Triller FX. Quite insane what you can get out of Predator2, isn't it? It's this is, I mean, I play this pet sound and then suddenly you get something like this. So I'm looking down here, where's this this monster, you know? Tinkly Fairy. It's more a bellish sound. Sequencer sound, let's see. Uses distortion. So in the FX, you have 3 FX, you also have distortions like a cabinet. So if I go now on bypass, really gives this edge to it. Okay. And this is again totally different. Analog sounding. So these about the new presets. So let me show you. I did show you the before the that we had a problem with the streaming. I did show it in the first part. So let's see if I can show you this. You go to the raw Papen homepage. No, not that one. This one. And you go up here, and then you have sound sets, and you have early bird presets. And in this section we upload presets which are not yet in the factory sound patches. So for instance, you can already download some new patches for Go2, and today I added these patches you just heard. So you see the image, you can click download, then you can see the preset names as an image so that you can find back easily the presets which are new, because in the O3 bank, which is now full, are the 44 new presets, and this way you have an image and you can track them down. So the Predator2 presets you can download here. It's a zip file, and just follow the instructions down here. And we also added the Anchor S format. So if you use Machine 2 or a complete control keyboard, we also have the Anchor S presets. The only thing what is missing is that these new presets don't have yet the audio previews. There's a little audio example you can have with each preset. That's not currently not the case. So and once this is gone, then it's inside the new version of Predator2. So if you maybe look in 4 weeks again and think, okay, I should download these presets, and you don't see them here anymore, this means that they are in the new version of Predator2, and then you simply need to download Predator2. So this way you already have some very cool new presets, and today it's over 50 new cool presets by JoMal, which I just played. So up here in the sound sets, this page is called Early Bird Presets. So, okay. Okay, we had of course this slippery thing of the streaming messing up. Let's see if we have a question here. If somebody has a question, just drop me a note. Maybe I can show you, because Prisma, everybody who owns a Papen instrument can request Prisma. If you go to the Papen homepage, you log in and you go to My Products, and there you can request Deal, and then you get a Prisma. So if I go now here to see if I maybe have Prisma somewhere active, I'm not, so I'm gonna say add track instrument, and I select, okay, here we have Prisma. So here we have it, and you see it's empty preset. Also here's a bank manager, and you see you have super pads, which are nice pad sounds. So what I can do is to a default preset. I stay there, I go to layers, and you see you have several pages. And Prisma also has its built-in FX. You have a multi-control page, which the faders you can address to the parameters. You need to check this video about Prisma, which you can find in the playlist on the Papen YouTube channel, which is named Prisma. So what I do now is, for instance, I pick Predator2. Okay, here's Predator2. I can open it. So you see it opens. I close the other one, and I pick here in the manager. I go to this JoMal 03, and I pick this nice presets final scene. I close it, and then I have it plays in Prisma now. And I could decide to take another Predator2. So if you only have Predator2, you still can use Prisma. So, and then I pick here, what I said is another preset. So you can pick a preset here, but I always do open here and go to the bank manager. It's a bit faster for me. Ambient, and I go to, what was it again? This mellow carpet, this pad sound. So now I can combine both sounds. Okay, let's bring down the volume a bit. So we have first the strings, and then I add this preset of JoMal. So now you really combine twice Predator, and if you like this preset, you simply say save preset, and then you say okay, this is a October stack, just an example. And then in the next time you load up your song, you still can combine use this preset, because of course in your music sequencer you also can combine two sounds, two tracks together. But here you can really make it as a preset. So you combine two. And you still can add it. So if you think, okay, I go to this pad sound. The modulation wheel, I let it now not open, but let it close the filter. Let's see how that sounds. So this is a bit different. So and what is the option also? So let's save this one as save preset October stack. So that's, yeah, that one already exists. Okay, so this multi-control page here you can address to the parameters, and if you go to the layers you can see we have the easy edit. Each layer has an easy edit which shows a range of parameters. You also have a keyboard layout, you can make split points, you have an EQ on each layer, and a MIDI filter. So if you want to say, okay, I have this modulation wheel, but I want this layer not respond to the modulation wheel, you can filter it out. So let's go to the easy page, easy edits. You see we have already arranged some parameters here, and what you can do is the easy page you can use by using this multi-control page. So I could say make this the attack, and then I say okay, layer 1 envelope attack, and layer 2 envelope attack. So if I go then positive, the envelope attack will increase, so slower. So I can give it its own name. So this is original. Now I'm going to change the sound. Watch this. And now when I pull back the fader, it's the normal timing. So really, yeah, I also could say let's go very extreme. This is the amount, so if I go open now, let's see if it's very extreme. It's a bit too much. The pad sound is a bit earlier, but you also can see a change. So if I go to this pad sound, you see attack here, this parameter, you see it here, this, and it should changed. Okay, it doesn't respond, but internally it changes the envelope. So with this you have a lot of additional controls, and in fact you can stack even more than 2. Okay, well guys, about the live stream, the live stream of today you can watch again in the playlist of live streams, and most likely it will be 2 because I had an error going on and something went wrong. And okay, let's see if there's any question, and for the ones which I see somebody needs to go off for work, and enjoy your work, and thanks for watching. Somebody, I need to check that out. Somebody's asking for a setup that sounds like a Grendel drone. I have no idea what it is, so I need to look that up. Somebody that's mentioned a bit like Blade Runner. It's of course a very nice sound with Blade Runner. I think this, if I go back now to Predator, oh no, let's stay here. Maybe it's cool. Let's see, edit this one. Manager, I think somewhere I have another preset which is a bit like Blade Runner, but I need to see where it is. Too many presets. Okay, let's go down a bit. I think here in the classic bank, this is the, if you see, go down here with the banks, everything that starts with a 0 is from the original Predator 1. So here we also have some presets from classic synthesizers. Okay, and never will find that. So yeah, CS80 and slow. That's a bit CS80 type of stuff, and I use it now in combination with this pad sound. So this first one, I shut down now the volume of layer 2, so layer 1. Okay, when I add this, you also get the strings to it. Oh, and now I see John M is here. Yeah, love Prisma, yeah. John, we just played today your presets and they are fantastic. There are some great stuff inside of it, and the users already can download it before the update of Predator2 is available. So thank you also from the other fans you have for, again, a nice range of superb presets. Yeah, somebody does mention this Grendel drone is a monophonic synth. I need to hear it. Maybe you could send me an email on info@papen.com so that I could check it out. This sound you mentioned. Yeah, somebody else's is Predator resizable. Predator is quite big. This is the big size version. It only fits if you have a screen which is very high. Mine is a wide LG screen which is 3000 something over 1400, so I use the big screen version. But in general, it's the case that you see up here this oscillator section with the morphing makes that Predator is a bit higher compared to the original one. What we are planning is to have a compact version. Then this up here moves down here, so that makes it less high, and then it also would fit on some older screens, but because you need with Predator2 at least 900 pixels height. So this laptop I'm using here on the right side is a MacBook from 2012. Predator2 fits on this one. It has 900 pixels height, but sometimes people have even smaller than that, and yeah, then Predator doesn't fit. So the thing is that we do this also because of the NKS. So if you have a NKS system, let's see. No, that's the wrong screen. Let's see if I can trace it. Oh, yes. No. Sorry, I'm looking for the right one. Yeah, with the, if you use machine or complete control, then if you load up complete control and then again Predator2, this upper section you don't need, because with NKS you use the NKS presets which appear on the left side of your instrument. And therefore it's also wise for us to make a compact view of Predator2, so you don't see this upper section, because that's, you don't need that in the NKS format products like machine and complete control. Okay, so I'm checking again the chat room now, and oh, it's a machine, not a patch. It's about it's a monophonic synthesizer. Well, I have to hear it. Just send me an audio example of YouTube and how it sounds. So maybe it's on YouTube, some examples how this this monophonic machine sounds. Okay. Anyhow, guys, I would say thank you for watching. If you missed part of the live stream, it can be watched again in the playlist, and which is called live stream. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.